What is up, everybody? Welcome to the first official podcast of Everybody and Their Mom, the podcast that everybody and their mom is listening to. I've been meaning to start this for a while now. Uh, everybody has a podcast now, so I figured I might as well do my own, get my own. This might not be a weekly thing. I might just go and doing short videos after this, see if this doesn't work out, but yeah, I'm mainly trying to go over like weekly topics with you guys. Stuff that's, I guess, relevant to me, important to me, or to y'all as well. But yeah, I'm just gonna get my spiel, not try to ramble too much, not try to waste any of you guys' time. Because I know there's tons of other things y'all could be listening to, things y'all could be watching. But yeah, probably gonna max out at about like an hour or so for these podcasts. So you get 1.5 if I talk too slow or whatever, because I know some people don't like long videos, but I figure like an hour mark is a good benchmark to reach for the first episode. But yeah, I got a few topics I want to go over here today. Mainly this is gonna be a lot of entertainment and sports news for today. That's what I'm mainly going over right now. At least what I'm consuming in my life. I got finals like a bunch of other people do. Finals are coming around. I had a Zoom participation final. I don't know. It was a negotiations class, and we were just negotiating something. I don't want to get too far into detail, but it was cool. I mean, it was an online class. The professor started out kind of like a curmudgeon. He had this voice. He spoke like this. Like he told us he had cancer, and I don't know. Like I felt kind of bad for the guy at first because he was a really old man, but he was kind of a dick. Like I remember he was really mean for like no reason either. But yeah, anyways, he was chill. Like in the end, I guess he liked us as a class. Um, we were supposed to have like a 10-page essay for the final, but nope, he ended up dropping it towards the end because I guess he mistimed our schedule. He essentially thought that we had an extra class, but we didn't because that class that he thought we had was going to be a makeup for another class. So instead of three classes left, we only had two. And so he just told us, well, and drop the essay. It's all going to be a participation in class, in Zoom, online, whatever negotiation, and as long as you participate and show up, you basically pass the class. So there was like I think one person who didn't show up, and I don't know. I'm pretty sure she still passed, but I don't know. But anyways, there's a big weekend that went over in the industry, the entertainment industry. We had Wicked and Gladiator. I guess the Wicked is what they're marketing it as. I think that's fucking stupid. Trying to do the Barbenheimer thing. No, I'm just kidding. I get it. It's marketing, but yeah, I saw Gladiator 2. I was actually meaning to watch that one for a while now. Ever since they announced it, they announced Denzel was gonna be in it. Pedro Pascal, Paul Mescal was gonna be in it too. Ridley Scott was back. So once that trailer came out, I saw it and I was like, yeah, this is interesting, worth watching. And my parents saw it in the trailer. They saw the trailer first in the theater. I saw it, I think, like on Twitter or something. And I remember they fucking played the "No Church in the Wild" song. That part made it a lot not too exciting, but the rest of it looked cool. But my parents thought it was dope, and the trailer at least, and so they were all. My mom and dad, they were both down to go watch it. All my family, my brothers wanted to go watch it too. So yeah, we went. they both liked it. We all liked it. I think we're in the minority here too. Like we liked it more than most people. I feel. Most people had it at like let me see what they have it at Rotten Tomatoes at right now. Let me see Gladiator 2. Rotten Tomatoes. Sorry about that. Should already had it up. Okay. Yeah, so it's at a 71 uh r- critic and about a 83, yeah, 83 audience. So like a 7, 8 range. Yeah, I would say that's about fair. That's what I wanted to get into first, Gladiator 2. So I would give it about like a 8 or 9 range. So let's start with the positives at least. So the action is better than the first movie, I would say. Uh, just because of the special effects they're able to do nowadays, they're able to I guess make it more like grand or epic in scale. The first film, I would say, that was better in the hand-to-hand combat with more, I guess, more realistic. You would say. I don't want to spoil it too much, but there's a scene with like some like animals, monkeys, rhinos, sharks, which is kind of like suspension of disbelief, but it was still entertaining. Um, Ultimately, the movie isn't as good as the first one, Gladiator 2. And I think that's why a lot of people rate it lower than what me and my parents did. Um, we have it like an 8 or 9, and like I said, most people have it like a 7 or 8. And yeah, I gave it like a high B, low A. I really think Denzel carried the movie. I liked all of his scenes for the most part. I don't know. I'm just like a Denzel fan. I like a lot most of his films. Pedro did fine for what he was in. Um, I don't want to spoil the movie too much because it just came out. Um, Paul Mescal was okay. That I think was the worst part of the movie for me. Was he felt kind of like one note, felt very like monotone at times. Where there's only a couple scenes where he was really able to like act, where he was really able to just let go and just kind of do more than just the same stoic like, yes, but like you kind of just I don't know. You when you watch it, you'll know what I mean. He kind of came across as like not having a lot of a range of emotion at times is was the best I would describe it as. And yeah, ultimately, I think a lot of people consider it well rated lower than what I have it as is because it's they're comparing it to the first film, which the first film is like a masterpiece. So I mean, it's like a 10 out of 10 film, Oscar Best winner, Best Picture winner. So I mean, yeah, this is not gonna be as good as that. Definitely not. I would say maybe Denzel is probably as good as like some characters from the first film, if that. But I mean, not even. So yeah, I mean, do I recommend Gladiator 2? Yes. Uh, we went on like a Friday. It was it was in that period where it was like not it was almost a matinee. Like it wasn't Friday night, but it wasn't a matinee either. It wasn't like daytime, but I mean even now with the fucking hour change, it gets so dark now. But yeah, I remember walking out and me and my parents were like, "Yeah, we think we got our money's worth for that one." I mean, I saw Joker 2 uh last month. My parents and family did not want to go see it. They heard it was a musical, and they were like, "Nah, we're good." But I wanted to give it a try, and yeah, it's kind of a waste of time, kind of a waste of a couple hours. I just remember having to take a really fat piss. I remember having to pee so bad during that movie, but I didn't know when to go because the movie was so random. Like that movie was it was like an art house musical. So there was a bunch of like art stuff going on, like like A24, Blumhouse type of stuff going on, but with some musical numbers that most of them didn't fit, didn't explain the story, and yeah, ultimately it wasn't a good, was a mess of a film. So yeah, I think the last time we went to the theater, like as a family, was like in the summer. No, no, it was for Alien Romulus. Yeah, and they thought it was nasty. My dad thought that movie was disgusting. I think it was the alien uh uterus on the wall and the pregnancy scene. My dad was like, dude, that was nasty. Oh man, but yeah, anyways, Gladiator 2. Yeah, I'd say like a eight. Eight is a fair like a B. Sounds like a B, a fair grade for Gladiator 2. Um, do I recommend it? Yeah, especially because it's out now for the holidays, the Thanksgiving weekend holiday, and it's interesting because they kind of released the movie for everybody, for like every demographic. So Gladiators for I guess you could say teenage guys, older male demographic. Wicked for teenage girls, older women demographic, and then Moana 2 coming out this week for like the families. So I mean, there's something to everybody to enjoy, and that's a good segue into my next topic, which is the box office for both films. Let's see, Gladiator 2 box office. Let's take a look. I should have had this already pulled up. Sorry about that, guys. All right. This is domestic. I want to see worldwide. Gladiator 2 open as of right now, Wednesday, November 27th at 12, let's say 12:30. $226 million. That is not bad. I think it had a budget at about 250. Let me see. Let me take a look at that to make sure. Sorry about that, guys. I should have already had that pulled up. Let me see his budget. What the fuck? 300? No way. Okay, so it has a reported budget of around 210 to 300. Hold on, 200 to 310 million dollar budget? Holy shit, dude. Okay, well, it hasn't broken even yet because I hope you guys know. Well, yeah, what most people know. Rule of thumb for budgets for movies like this is it has to make back its budget times two and a half because of marketing and distribution. And for example, theaters get a cut for showing the movie, and a bunch of other parties along the way are going to get a cut too. So it's sitting at 226 right now, and I had a budget of at minimum 210, at a high 310. So let me see. Let me do some math. So if that was at lowest 210 times two and a half, that'd be times two is 420 plus another half. Half of 210 is 105. So 420 plus 105, 515. 515 mil just to break even at minimum. $515 million. And then add another 100 mil if it was 310 million at minimum. Fuck, man. So this has to make 500 to 600 million dollars just to break even. Paramount Pictures, let me see. Yeah, I it's not that good. Okay, yeah, I'll be honest with you guys. I don't know if it's gonna make 500 to 600 million dollars. I mean, especially with what it's competing against. I mean, I know next month there's Sonic 3 and Mufasa. Those are the two big ones towards the end of the holiday when like Christmas comes out. But damn, let me see the breakdown of this at least. Internationally, I mean, I think this is doing numbers internationally. Domestic is at 60 million, but we're internationally it's 165.5. Well, domestic is 60.5, international 165.5. So more than double international. Yeah, I mean, maybe it's opening some markets that it hasn't been to yet, but I don't really see this making the money that Paramount expects it to. I think they expect this to make a $1 billion picture. Well, let me see let me see their stock. Paramount stock price $10.75 a share. Jeez Louise. A year ago they were at what? What the fuck, dude? Paramount might sell. Yeah, I'm looking at Paramount stock price right now. It's at $10. Like almost, yeah, it's at 10.76 a share. And 5 years ago it was at 94. Just 5 years ago. They lost almost what is that, like from 90 down to 10, like what, I'm not good at percentages, like was that 90%? Jesus, man. A year ago they were at 15? What the fuck happened to Paramount in the past 5 years? I guess those Transformers movies ain't hitting the same as they used to. Man, it's been a steady decline since 2021. They're like $94 and they've just been. Well, I hope they can bring it back because I like a lot of Paramount Studios films. I don't know about you guys. I don't like seeing bombs. I like seeing successes. I like seeing wins. So hopefully there's a win in the future for Gladiator 2. But let's look at Wicked now. Wicked, Part 1 to be exact. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I did not watch this film. I might watch it, but honestly, I might watch it on streaming just because this movie's almost 3 hours long. It's a musical. It's out during the holidays, and I just saw Gladiator 2 in the theater. Money's not the fucking best right now. I gotta fucking still buy gifts for everybody, for my family, my brothers and parents, and even stuff for me. So you gotta treat yourself sometimes, guys. So yeah, I might end up watching this one on streaming. I have a lot of friends that saw it. They all said it was really good. Um, and honestly, I was really surprised. I going into this, I thought it would, I thought it would do good, but not this good. I thought, especially from some of those like trailers they showed, was kind of jank, kind of awkward. Like it didn't look as good as what I hear the film is. Like I hear it's a beautiful looking film. I hear the songs are really good, really catchy. And I never saw the play either. I have seen The Wizard of Oz. I do like that movie. It's really good. Love Judy Garland. I even saw Oz the Great and Powerful, the one with James Franco and Mila Kunis from like 10 years ago. That one was like a fever dream. It was mid. There were parts of it that were good, but most of it wasn't. But yeah, I mean, what more can I say other than the marketing look a little cringe with Ariana and what's her name, Miss Cynthia, but overall, from what I hear, it's a good film, well executed. good songs, and they kind of did their own thing. They didn't follow the book or the play exactly, but from what changes they made and from the direction they went was a success. I mean, right now, if we're looking at Wicked, let me see his Rotten Tomato score. I think they're both sitting at the high 90s. Yeah. Uh, oh, wow. Audience at 96, critic 89. So yeah, it's like a 9 out of 10 film, which is what I would. Yeah, yeah, it's about fair. This being a 9 out of 10 film, and Gladiator being about an 8 out of 10 film. That's pretty fair. I mean, I don't know if it being a part one is gonna throw off some of the audience, and the fact that it's like 3 hours, and I heard that there's like an issue some people had with people singing in the crowd. I mean, I don't know. Would I be annoyed? Yeah. Would I say anything? Probably not. That's probably just like another reason to watch it at home. For me, at least, I'll probably just stream it. Like I streamed what's it called, the Wizard of Oz the other day, and yeah, it's really good. Like because especially movies like that, like musicals where people are like are bound to like start singing and shit. And in some cases, like that Taylor Swift movie that came out, like the my name is her dancing in the fucking theater. It's like okay, like I remember I've had I think two films where my experience was kind of not ruined but lessened. Was when I went to go see Spider Verse, Across the Spider Verse, and the Ninja Turtles movie, the newer one. What was the Mutant Mayhem? So both of those had a bunch of little kids in the audience because I went opening night, and that was my mistake. Both those movies were really really good. Like I loved them. I thought those two are some of my favorite animated movies. Um, they're from the recent years. Like Spider Verse is my favorite movie that came out last year. But man, dude, there was a bunch of little kids. I remember, I think even in Ninja Turtles, there was this one little kid that was like running around in my aisle, and their parent was just like, "No, stop!" But then really like didn't do anything about it. It was like a playground for them. Like they would get up off their seat, run down the aisle, go to like where their brother is or whatever, and then run back to get food and just make noise, and the movie's playing. And then this other one, oh my god, yeah, during Spider Verse, this kid. I don't know if he was like autistic or something. Like have you ever watched a movie with like somebody who has to make a comment about like every single thing that's on screen, like every single thing. That's kind of how it was with that kid. Like, oh my god. And what made it worse was like the mom encouraged it because he'd be like, "Is that Spider Man?" And she'd be like, "Yeah, it is." And it's like, shut the fuck up. It's like those people that like ask questions during a movie. It's like, oh my god, like, oh, is that the voice of blah, blah, blah? It's like, yes, yes, it is the voice of blah blah blah. It's like I said, it didn't ruin the movie. Like, and it wasn't, it wasn't that big of a deal, but it was a big of enough deal to lessen my experience of it. So yeah, that's why like I kind of pick and choose the movies that I go see. Like man, I remember my experience. Oh my god, when I went to go watch Dune 2 earlier this year, also there were these two guys next to me, and I swear they were like a walking IMDb. Every fucking time an actor showed up on screen, these motherfuckers were like bust out their like filmography. It was like, oh, there's Timothy. Oh, there's Dave Batista. He was in a blah, 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 blah. And it's like, dude, yes, 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 I know who Dave Batista is. Yes, I know who that is. And then you'd be like, oh, there's Zendaya. Oh, she's dating blah blah blah. And it's like, yes, yes, I know who Zendaya is, bro. Yes, yes. To announce it to the fucking audience. It was just Oh my god. It was like that for I wanna say the first, like, 20 or, like, 30 minutes of the movie, and it got to the point where, like, I had to cover my ear because they were only on one side of me, and so I sat closer to my buddy, covered my ear on one end so I could just, like, get them to shut the fuck up, and then I think one of them got the hint because they stopped talking, and I was just like, "Dude, I don't wanna hear, like, the fact that oh, that fucking, um, what's his fucking name? The Austin Butler is in this movie, like, I don't care that you know that. I don't care that you know that Florence Pugh is is making an appearance. Yeah, man, there's just I don't know about you guys, but I've had some I haven't had the worst no, honestly, thinking about it now, the worst ever experience in the movie theater I ever had was Doctor Strange 2, but that was kinda my mistake as well, cause so I had speaking of finals, I had a final that day. I didn't know that when I bought the fucking tickets. So I bought the tickets, like, I wanna say a month in advance, cause I mean, that was when Marvel was still popping. I would say it wasn't, like, it wasn't kinda mid where it is now. It wasn't on downhill. So I bought my, Doctor Strange 2 tickets, like, a month in advance, like, when they dropped, and then I had realized I had a final that day, that same time when I got my tickets. So, my family went without me. They went with, my brothers and, my brother's ex at the time. This was, like, a few years ago. So, I got home at the same time pretty much when they got home. They saw the movie and they were like, "Yeah, it was good." And so then I was like, "You know what? Fuck it. Imma go." So I went by myself to go watch Doctor Strange 2 after my final was over because it was my last final, and it was like a Thursday, Friday night, I forgot. But I went it was like 11 p.m. at night, the showing. It was like 11 at night, and it was like I picked the one seat that was available that wasn't like one of those shitty seats where your head is like just aiming up at the fucking ceiling. So I got a pretty good seat, but I was just surrounded by people. Like there was just it was a packed crowd. And the first problem that I knew something was wrong was the AC wasn't working. So it was I want to say what like July, the middle of July at night and it's hot as fuck. I'm wearing a sweater and I'm fucking sweating in there. I'm like, yo, can someone turn on the fucking AC? It's fucking hot in here. And it got to the point where the fucking people, like two people in front of me, started complaining. They told the attendant, they're like, hey man, could you tell somebody to turn the AC? It's fucking hot in here. And I was like, oh, thank you, somebody spoke up, because I'm not the type to like complain to like fucking, like teenagers, like, oh hey bro, can you do this for me? They fucking told me to they'll spit on my food, especially because that theater is like one of those like dinner and a show type of theaters where they bring you your food. It's not like it's not like a regular concession stand where you go and order at like a register. You have like a menu on your on your seat, and then you order from your phone, and then you could pay a cash or card, and then but they bring you the food. So I'm if it's one of those places, especially because there's a bunch of teenagers working there on like a Friday night, I'm not gonna fucking have one of them like spit in my fucking food or whatever. But anyways, so there was those two people complaining, and what made it worse, well, for them is that they were drinking. It was this couple, so they started getting like a little rowdy. And you could tell like from like a Marvel audience is more for like like family nerds, people that are into the MCU, people that follow the MCU, people that have seen Doctor Strange 1, people that saw. I think at that point you would have had to have seen Spider-Man No Way Home to understand it. Obviously Endgame and Infinity War to know what happened with Doctor Strange. But I mean, it kind of felt that way, but it kind of felt like a lot of like casuals were there too. Like kind of like, oh, like I saw this, I saw the the Spider-Man trailer and I'll go watch it. It wasn't like, hardcore fans. So once that couple started arguing, well, not arguing, they started talking, which then led to like arguing because the girl wanted to leave because it started to get fucking hot. And then they started getting loud during like the first like 15-20 minutes of the movie, to the point where this black mom got fucking mad. She was like, "Hey, shut the fuck up!" Like telling him, shut like like we're trying to enjoy the movie." And I was like, "Yes, thank you. Somebody spoke up again." Like like how somebody spoke up for me about the AC. Somebody spoke up to the same people for not shutting the fuck up. But I'm telling you, man, they were being loud, like to the point where you couldn't even fully hear the dialogue. And I knew this lady was serious because she was cussing them out in front of her son. And then this girl sitting next to me was like, are you guys serious? Are you really gonna argue during the movie right now? And I'm just sitting there, like just trying to understand and hear what the fuck Benedict Cumberbatch is saying on the screen. Luckily, it was in the beginning of the movie when he was talking to fucking what's her name? Rachel McAdams. Yeah, I was talking to her at like her wedding in the beginning of the movie. So yeah, I didn't miss out on much. And most of that shit was like in the trailer, so I didn't, didn't really mind it. But man, it was funny because like I said, they were drinking, and so it was basically two girls. Uh, one I want to say like Hispanic lady in like late 20s, and one like African lady in like her late 30s. And you could tell the black lady, she was down to fight. You could tell like she was ready to throw. But because the fucking Hispanic lady was like the Hispanic girl was like, "Well, why would you say shut the fuck up to somebody that you don't know? That's so rude." And it's like, "Oh, you don't want to fight. Shut up." But yeah, that's just that's why like I'm really really selective with what movies I go see in theater. So yeah, Wicked, I might catch it on streaming. I heard it's a Universal Picture, so I mean, will it be on Peacock? Yeah, watch it on Peacock. I use my buddy's Peacock account. Shout out to George. Luckily, he lets me use his account. And luckily, that Peacock is still one of those that isn't like Netflix bitch ass that makes you with the password sharing. Yeah, I don't know why they did that. I mean, I know why, for money, but I mean, you would think you would want your content to be seen by the most amount of people, because then it gets out there. That's how, I mean, that's how I would do it. But whatever. I'm not a businessman. I'm not in charge of streaming services. But speaking of streaming services, oh wait, but before that, yeah. So yeah, Wicked. I guess I recommend it if you are a fan of that. I'm hearing it's like a 9 out of 10. Yeah, I'm probably gonna catch it on streaming. And now, like speaking of streaming services, I have not seen Moana 2, but I heard that one should have gone straight to fucking streaming. Okay, so here's my thing with Moana. I just recently saw the first one fully for the first time. I have seen Moana up until the part where she meets Maui, the Rock, which is like 40 minutes into the movie. So I want to say that happened like 3 times. I never saw it in the theater. I always saw it on Disney Plus. And every time when she meets Maui and he starts singing that stupid ass fucking song, the you're welcome. And I'm like, bro, I'm like, is this the Rock really fucking, fucking singing right now? Like this is, because don't get me wrong, like I like The Rock. I liked him. I liked him as a kid. I liked him when if you smell what The Rock is, when he was going up against Stone Cold, when he was coming out against Hollywood Hogan. And even some of his earlier movies, I like Gridiron Gang, Walking Tall. Like some of his earlier movies, I am a fan of, but I mean, he's become a meme of himself. Like, I guess, I was a fan of Dwayne Johnson, but nowadays he's just become The Rock, which is this like corporate approved guy that's not gonna break the parameters that he's been given or that he's been shown to provide you, if that makes sense. So he's gonna be consistent in what he provides you, but what he's been providing the audience has gotten a little bit stale over the years. I'll give that. I'll admit he's in a bunch of stuff. You could tell he's a hard worker. You could tell he's pretty much like a brand at this point. But I ultimately think that was the main reason why I didn't enjoy Moana 1 as much as most people. Because the songs were catchy. I mean, what was it? The animation was really nice. I mean, yeah, it was gorgeous animation. Honestly, my favorite characters were the chicken and the pig. I think if they just made a show or like a short with just those two characters, I would watch the fuck out of that. That's pretty cool. But I mean, oh my god, like Maui was so annoying. I just didn't care about him at all. And then like Moana didn't even feel like a princess. Really, it just felt like a uh, a Pacific Islander on an adventure. Which I mean, that's cool. Cool representation. It's like this generation's Lilo and Stitch. So that's cool. That's cool for them. For that first one, I know it's like the most streamed movie of all time, which kind of just shows. Because I remember when I was a little kid, I would just watch the same movie over and over and over again until the fucking VCR broke. So pretty much the same thing. Kids just keep streaming Moana until the fucking internet goes out. But yeah, like I just finished Moana fully the other day on streaming. I'd give it like honestly like a B, probably a B. And that's mainly just because, like I said, I'm just not that big of a fan of The Rock and Maui in that movie. Like for example, I'm more of a fan of The Rock when he's just like unhinged. When he's like, shut up, bitch. You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? There's a reason why he gets all these jobs, all these opportunities, and it's because of that era of when he was really Dwayne Johnson. But now now he's just like this corporate guy that whatever. I'm gonna get a drink of water really fast. Should have had it right here with me. Sorry, guys. My throat was getting dry. No Diddy. That'll probably be another topic for the next episode. P Diddy. I heard he supposedly has like groupies in jail that are like fighting to like make his bed for him, and that he's been like witness tampering lately. He's been like paying people or telling people like, "Hey, let me use your phone call privileges to call people that weren't approved for my phone call privileges, but that evidence is going to be used against him now." I don't know. They're seeking bail. I don't know. It's a mess. It's a mess with Diddy. No Diddy. But yeah, Moana 2, from what I'm hearing, it looked rushed. I'm hearing it just came out last night, so this take this with a grain of salt. I'm hearing it was rushed. I'm hearing the animation at times looks like it was meant for a straight to streaming TV show. I heard that the first, the beginning and the last act were good, but it's that middle act was very apparent that that was made for like a straight to streaming like TV show. That the animation gets subpar at times. There's no shading. It looks bland, but other times it looks just as good as the first film. So I don't know what to tell you. I don't know why you would release Moana in November. Also, it seems like a summer type film at very least spring. Like what the? I don't know. There's rumors. Again with The Rock. There's rumors that they they rushed it to come out now instead of originally releasing it in July, like they were originally going to, because they're gonna release live action in the summer, and so then they want to give it some time between the second film and the live action film to get, you know what I mean, so that way there's not much of a overlap between the second film and because the first film, which is a live action copy of the first one, and the second one is, I guess she's trying to find some island. I don't know. Um, and I heard that was partly due to The Rock's involvement in the live action film. I hope that's not true, but any rumor that I've heard with The Rock lately has, I guess, come out to be true. Like, did you guys hear that? I guess he pees in bottles on set. Like, what the fuck, bro? And that he's like late all the time, and he just expects people to just, all right, like he's here. Let's start shooting. Like, what the fuck, bro? Like I guess, like I didn't watch that Red One movie. I'm not gonna watch it, but I heard that shit cost $250 million, and it came out in the theater, and I'm like, wait, hold up. So this shit has to make, so again, rule of thumb times 2.5. So times two is five plus a half, $625 million. You're telling me that a Red One is gonna make $625 million in theaters? This straight to streaming looking ass AI looking ass movie. Fuck me, man. Fuck me. I might watch Moana 2 on streaming. I probably won't, especially because of the way the first one was, and I'm not really excited for the second one. Um. So yeah, I mean, Gladiator 2. I'm probably gonna rewatch on streaming. Wicked. I might watch it just in streaming. I don't know. I don't think I'm watching it in the theater. Like I said, it's too long, 3 hours. I don't want to deal with other people singing, and it's just I'd rather just watch it at home. And wanted to, yeah, I'm straight on that. But let me know what you guys think about those. All right, on to our next topic. Hey, we're doing pretty good on time. Ooh, I might lose like half the audience right here, but let's talk about this weekend slate of NFL games. Where are my NFL fans at? So hey, for the next episode, just letting you guys know, I'm really into movies and sports. So let's get into this week's NFL games. Actually, first let me get another drink of water. I'm thirsty. No Diddy. Pause. Alrighty. So for tomorrow, the Thursday games, we got the Bears and the Lions at, I live in the West Coast, so 9:30 in the morning. Man, I like that having to deal with like that times of footballs because I would hate having to watch like a 5, like an 8:30 at night game. What the fuck? I would hate for like NFL games to end like at 11 o'clock at night, and then like, what do you do? Your night's over at that point. At least over here, they end at 8, and then the games are over. And then you do whatever you want after. Okay. Anyways, Bears at Lions. Okay, straight up, the Lions should win. The Bears are probably gonna keep it close, but the Lions are probably they'll win it in the end, and they might even break away at the end. Like I can see this being like a 30-20 type of game. So yeah, Lions, Giants, Cowboys. Cowboys should win. Same thing, kind of thought process as the first game because it's a divisional game, but ultimately the home team is more talented, and they'll probably break away too. So yeah, same thing like 30. This one probably like a 20-10 type game. And then for the night game, Dolphins at Packers. Packers should win. The Dolphins do not play good in this snow, weather, bad weather situations. Whatever you want to call it. Yeah, just give me the Packers. I don't like to that's that type of weather. And then we got Friday, Raiders at Chiefs. Give me the Chiefs. The Raiders are gonna keep it. Same thing with like the Bears, Lions, Giants, Cowboys situations. Divisional game, so they know each other. They're playing for pride. But ultimately, the Chiefs, the home team, more talent. They're gonna win it, and they might just break away at the end. So yeah, give me the Chiefs. Alrighty. Then we get to the Sunday games, starting with Texans at Jaguars. The fucking Texans, man, they ruined my parlay this past weekend. The Titans beat them in a shootout. Um, the Jags are down to their backup quarterback, so give me the Texans. Texans should win. Colts Patriots. This is going to be interesting because the Patriots, I think, at home with the weather on their side, the Colts defense is not that good. They can run the ball, but Anthony Richardson can turn the ball over. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Patriots win a close one at home. I think the Colts are favored in this one. Let me see. Oh, it's a three. Yeah, they're favored by 3. Yeah, give me the Patriots. Give me the Patriots in that one. Give me the Patriots. Ooh, this is a good one. Chargers at Falcons. Falcons off a bye week. Chargers off of a loss on Monday night. The Falcons have not been playing good as of lately. And the Chargers are 1 point slight favorites. Wow. As of right now. At Wednesday, November 27th at 1 o'clock. I would honestly say I like the Chargers a little bit more. I like Justin Herbert a little bit more than Kirk Cousins, but both are pretty good. But I still think Herbert's better. I like the weapons in Atlanta a little bit more, but I like the offensive line and defense of the Chargers a little bit more right now. They've been playing good. Yeah, they got beat by the Ravens, but I think the Ravens are one of the better teams in the AFC. Obviously behind the Chiefs, Bills. Um, but they're one of the better teams there. One of the better teams. So yeah, give me the Chargers in that. And then Seahawks at Jets. Give me the Seahawks. The Jets are a mess right now. I can't even begin to. You probably heard from everybody how bad the Jets are right now, and the Seahawks are. I want to say tied or they're fighting for the NFC. Let me see West. Let me see the standings in the NFC West. Yeah, they're first. They're tied for first with the Cardinals. So yeah, Seahawks are fighting for more. Give me the Seahawks. Titans at Commanders. Man, the Commanders just had a really entertaining loss to the Cowboys. And the Titans, man, they ruined my parlay last week. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, can't put the blame on you. Give me the Commanders in this one. Give me Jaden Daniels at home. Steelers Bengals. Oh man, Steelers Bengals. I think the Bengals are almost done, dude. They're Joe Burrow right now reminds me of Drew Brees from 2012 to 2016. After they were caught for the Bounty Gate and before the 2017 draft class when they got like Lattimore, Michael Thomas, Kamara, Trey Hendrickson, and all those guys. Um, the Bengals D is just Burrow's playing out of his mind. Jamar Chase is playing good. Chase Brown is playing good. Shit, even T Higgins is playing decent, but the defense is just too bad. And the Steelers D is really good. They could run the ball. They got Pickens at receiver. Yeah, give me the Steelers. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Bengals win. But the Steelers are just playing too good right now. Vikings Cardinals. Wow, hey, a lot of good games. A lot of good games is this on Sunday morning. A lot of good games. Mm, the Vikings just got Danny Dime. Yeah, both teams playing for a wild card slot right now. I'd say give me the Vikings at home, just because I like the way their defense is playing right now, and that they can contain Kyler. Marvin Harrison has been playing that well. Jordan send the Addy Addison and Justin Jefferson playing well. Hawkinson playing well. Got to see what's going on with Dalvin Cook and Cam Akers, but give me the Vikings at home on this one. Give me the Vikings. Oh man, that's it for the morning games. The afternoon games aren't as good, but we got a banger right here. Eagles Ravens. That's probably the game of the week. Wow, might be a game of the season right there too. Jalen Hurts at Lamar, Saquon at Henry. I'm not gonna lie, the Eagles defense has been playing much better than the Ravens defense. And I want to say Saquon has been playing better yardage wise than Henry. Henry's gotten more touchdowns. But when it comes to quarterback, I like Lamar more. And the fact that they're at home, give me the Ravens by 3, baby. Give me the Ravens by 3. The other afternoon games, Bucks at Panthers. Hey, I mean, Bryce Young been playing a lot better ever since he got benched. They almost beat the Chiefs last week. They beat my team, the Saints. The Buccaneers should win. I'm not gonna lie, guys. The Buccaneers should win this division. They got Mike Evans back. Baker Mayfield's been playing like one of the best quarterbacks in the league this season. Um, they got 2 good running backs, Bucky Irving, Rashad White. Yeah, as long as their defense can kind of make some plays and hold up, the Buccaneers should win this game and probably win out in the division. We'll see later on. Maybe some future episodes, more predictions. We'll see. And speaking about my team, the Saints, we're hosting the Rams. I'm not gonna lie, guys. We should lose this game. I hope they should keep it close, the Saints, but especially because they're coming off a bye, and the Rams are coming off of a blowout loss to the Eagles on Sunday night. But they're gonna be pissed, playing inspired because they're right there in their division. Granted, we are too, and we're coming off a bye week, so I think that fact, on top of which that I think the Rams have 5 wins and the Saints have 4. So yeah, both teams are kind of in the hunt range. But I think the Rams' talent with Puka, Cooper, and their ability to run the ball it's just going to be a little bit too much. I think especially late in the game. So I could see the Rams either winning this one by like 27-20 or like 27-24 in the end. So yeah, the Rams should win that one. And then the night game, man, I feel bad for my buddy. He's a Niners fan. I I haven't told them that their Super Bowl window probably closed already, but it's looking more and more evident every day, especially because they got to pay Brock Purdy soon. And all their players are getting old and hurt. I mean, Debo's old and hurt. Ayuk is just hurt. Kittle is old and hurt, but he's old reliable and still making some plays, but and scoring. But I mean, there's just so much. I mean, they made it to two Super Bowls, lost both. NFC Championship games. It's just you can only be successful for so long in this league, especially with the salary cap situation, with the amount of players that have to get paid, with the amount of players they have paid, and they're going to Buffalo Sunday night. So yeah, give me the fucking Bills, dude. And then Monday night, I'm not gonna be able to watch this game. I have my last final that day, but the Broncos should win it. I love Jameis Winston. I miss him so much. I hope Sean Payton doesn't blow him out like he blew us out. But yeah, the Broncos defense is so good right now. The Browns D is really good too, but not as good as not as consistently good as the Broncos D. And Bo Nix is playing good right now. He's not turning the ball over. He's getting the ball out to spreading it around his receivers. They're running the ball well. Yeah, give me the Broncos. And if you guys wanted I guess you could say like locks, like if you were looking to bet any of these games. Uh, I mean, if you want to parlay tomorrow's games with Friday, give me the Lions, Cowboys, Packers, Chiefs. If you wanted to parlay those four, and then for the Sunday morning games, this is for you gamblers out there. I would take like as for sure wins the Texans, Seahawks. Uh, yeah, those other ones are a little bit too close to call. Colts Patriots could be anybody's game. Chargers Falcons could be anybody's game. Steelers Bengals, Vikings Cardinals, Titans. Yeah, those are anybody's game. So yeah, I guess wanted to look for like locks. Give me the Texans and Seahawks. Um, if you wanted to lock it with the Buccaneers, so yeah, Texans, Seahawks, Buccaneers, Bills for that whole Sunday. That's pretty good. And then if you wanted to bet on Monday's game, I pick Broncos. If you want to just go through those closer games, I'm leaning towards Ravens, Rams, Patriots. Yeah, Vikings. But yeah. Ugh. So that should just about do it, guys. I'm just gonna wrap this up here with I guess just one last small topic: the Heisman. So I know the NCAA playoffs just the latest NCAA, sorry, CFB. I'm showing my age here. The college football playoff rankings. Back in my day, it was the NCAA rankings. I'm a I'm a small school fan, so any small program that's having a good year, I'm gonna root for them. So UNLV, BYU, Tulane, uh, Boise State, SMU. You know what I mean? Like, and then even schools that aren't like powerhouses, like non-power schools, fucking Indiana, Arizona State, South Carolina, like you know what I mean? Like Missouri, Illinois, like you know what I mean? Like I'll root for them because it's easy rooting for like Ohio State, Penn State, Notre Dame, Georgia. It's like okay, bro. And okay, the one I guess powerhouse team I'll be rooting for this year is Tennessee, and that's just because Nico, fuck, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, Maileva, whatever. He went to my alma mater, He went to the same high school as my brother. He's a year older than my younger brother, so my younger brother saw him play in high school. They won a ton of games. I think they almost won state. But yeah, he was great. So I hope he does well. They just lost to Georgia, but they're still pretty much a lock to make the playoffs as long as they beat Vanderbilt. So I'll be rooting for. They're like the one powerhouse school that I'll be rooting for. But if there's like one small school that I'll be rooting for, it's probably Boise State. I've been a fan of Boise ever since the Kellen Moore days. And so I'm going to be inherently biased, guys, for Ashton Genty to win the Heisman. I don't know why Travis Hunter is such a favorite to win the Heisman right now. It's making it seem like this is a popularity contest. It's like I understand what he's doing is electric and what he's doing is historic. He's playing pretty much every down on both sides of the ball. But Colorado is 8-3. They just got killed by Kansas. They're the 25th ranked team in the nation. And just say it bluntly, he's not the best corner, nor is he the best receiver. Whereas Ashton Genty is the best running back. And they're number 11 in the country. And their only loss is to the number one team in the country, Oregon, which was by 3 on the road in Oregon. So yeah, I guess the only knock against Boise State is that they play the Mountain West, but Colorado plays the Big 12. And I think Boise State's last time I checked, their strength of schedule was a little bit higher, was a little bit tougher, like by like 12 slots. So I'm giving it to Genty, especially if he leads them to a first round bye in the playoff, which they had to beat. I think they win 2 more games left. They had to play. Who do they play this weekend? They got to play Oregon State this weekend, and then probably rematch UNLV at home for the Mountain West Championship game. So that would give them another top 25 win. Whereas Colorado, I don't even think they're going to play for the Big 12 championship. Yeah, let me see the Big 12 standings. Is Arizona State, Iowa State, and BYU. So it's probably going to be Arizona State and BYU. So I mean, that gives Ashton 2 more chances to push his Heisman candidacy, and only 1 more chance for Travis. So I'm like I said, I've been to Boise. Like not like I'm not like well, I guess how do I say it? Like they're not my team. Like I don't have a team in college. Like how the Saints are my team in NFL. I just like seeing different programs succeed and do well. And when I was in high school, Boise was doing well, and now I mean Colorado's doing well with what Dion's doing. So I totally understand why they're so popular, and I totally understand uh, why he's getting so many votes. I just don't see the discrepancy of him being such a high favorite in winning the Heisman, considering the year that Ashton and Boise are doing. I think it should be a lot closer, and Ashton would have my vote. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, guys. That was about an hour. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a comment. I don't really, that bullshit. Comment, subscribe, and I might catch you guys in the next episode. See you guys later.